How to deal with a toxic relationship. Maybe you're engaged in an unhealthy relationship or two with toxic people right now. These toxic individuals put you down instead of up, drain your energy instead of boosting it, and ask for more than what they can actually give back. Sometimes called energy vampires, they suck your happiness out and later your life. And when they're ready to move on to their next victim, they'll leave you behind. So do you know negative people that always complain and never have anything good to say? Is your boss making a sunny day a rainy one all the time? We all have to deal with toxic people and so with a toxic relationship. Now, how do we deal with it? Let's discuss a couple of ways to deal with a toxic relationship. Acceptance. Accept that the relationship is really toxic. As they say, acceptance is the first step to deal with a difficult situation, and perhaps it is. You have to accept that you're dealing with a challenging and difficult relationship. As you see, acceptance is the best choice because the choices in a toxic relationship are limited. Do you agree? While you can criticize or judge these people, you will feel lonely and tense at the end of the day, more likely than not. On the other hand, I know some that deal with it by nursing their despair and worries that they won't be able to get along with those people ever. Well, you can block their emails or texts, avoid occasions and gatherings they're invited to, or even deny they exist, too. These techniques won't just help. The more you ignore or try to pretend these people do not exist in reality, the more thoughts of them will linger on your mind. So at the end of the day, the best way to deal with a toxic relationship is to accept that it is toxic, no matter how hard it is for you. Accepting the reality will soften and open the door to your wisdom and compassion for toxic people, believe it or not. Build up your support system. Work hard and seriously to build your support system. Engage in activities and new hobbies, such as participating in a book club or hiking group. You can also sign up for a gym membership, meet friends, enroll in a meditation class, or learn a new sport. By getting close to other people, you will not feel alone or as if your life is miserable for letting it revolve around that toxic partner, for instance. You can also confide to a trusted friend or a family member. Reach out and talk your heart out. It is one of the first steps to build a support system, especially if none of your family members or no one knows about your situation. Have someone to share your feelings with because he or she might help you find out what you need to focus on instead of the toxic relationship. But by confiding and sharing what's happening, you should also set some boundaries. For example, tell them up front if you don't want him/her to tell others what you shared and that you want it to stay confidential. Self-growth. When dealing with a toxic relationship, we sometimes forget our well-being, but it should not be the case. It is the more that we have to pursue self-growth. We shouldn't let a toxic partner or relationship limit our success or hinder in our happiness. Just as said earlier, learn to accept that the relationship is really toxic and move on with your life. Focus on what needs it. Look after yourself instead of dwelling on the negative feelings and living in misery. Remember, change won't be instant. You cannot change a flawed relationship that fast. So instead of trying to find ways to fix it, you should use your energy for self-growth instead. You can start reading self-help books, journaling, meditating, or taking up a psychotherapy session. In addition, you can use alternative medicine, such as medical marijuana, to improve and lift your mood up. The CBD can improve depressive symptoms because it can modulate or control the endocannabinoids' action and enhance the effects of serotonin by stimulating the activities of the receptors to which they bind. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.